In a fold of the Santa Clara Mountains, between San Francisco and San Jose, lies Portola Valley. Here is located the range of Ah Sam Chrysanthemum Growers. The range has 250,000 square feet of glass and plastic greenhouses, divided equally between carnation and chrysanthemum production. It is owned and operated by Phil and Walter Yee. On the morning of our visit, Phil is talking to Tectrol representative Bob Little.
Bob, I want to come in here and to show you this house here. This is a control house. We do this on purpose, Bob, to show you an example where a normal carnation house looks like. And you notice the production is not as high as the house that I will show you later as we tour this place here, Bob.
The control house provides a means of comparing the growth rate of the carnations planted in it with those planted at the same time in the high CO2 house, even though both houses were cultivated in the same way. The only difference between the growing conditions of the two houses was the high CO2 atmosphere.
Bob, I want you to take a look at this first Tectrol unit that we have put in here. You know, real estate in California is pretty expensive, so we have to use a little imagination once in a while. You notice how we built these pads here? We put a 2x4 platform first over the gutter, and then we poured this concrete form here.
This will keep the generator firm,
yes,
for as long as it lasts for you.
Yes, yes. Yeah. And then we have a culvert underneath there, your generator.
And your rainfall from the greenhouses will get out of the way.
You get out of the way, yes.
Phil, what fuel do you use here with this generator?
Propane, Bob.
Propane?
Yes.
Why do you use propane?
Because of the impurity in the gas. Some natural gas has some harmful impurity.
To be safe, then, you wanted to use propane?
Yes, in our first units, yes.
If the natural gas is clean, as some places do qualify, we can use natural.
Yes, but this unit is under propane.
I see.
Yes.
This is the regulator. We process this propane and produce clean greenhouse-grade CO2, and it comes up here, and then where does it go?
There's a duct here, this steel duct, and then it takes it into the manifold system and then distribute it into the greenhouse.
I see.
You understand what I mean by manifold system? You know, your Tectrol goes through this tubing, this pipe here, and then we have 4 peaks here. And we decided to put it in the inside 2 peak. My thinking is this here, that if we distribute the CO2 into the 2 inside houses, it will diffuse out to the outside houses here, Bob.
With the air circulation, we get that
yes.
distribution.
You know, CO2 is very, diffuses very easy.
Fine.
Yes. And this unit just worked dandy with my 16,000 square feet unit houses. We got plenty of CO2. I'm not worrying about the capacity of the output of this unit here, Bob. This is the good thing about these things here.
Approximately what will this output of this generator produce in your size house? What parts per million of CO2?
Oh, I would say, to be conservative, between 900 to 1,500 parts per million.
Fine. This is well above the normal 300 parts per million outdoors.
Yes, the outdoor atmosphere.
What is this, Phil?
Oh, this is the brain of the generator, Bob. I think it does all the thinking.
These are the controls, huh?
Yes, sir.
The heart.
Yeah, the heart of the thing.
How do you turn it on?
Well, let's take this one here. This one goes to the generator, that first generator over there, to the CO2 house. Well, you've got the concentration timer here. In other words, concentration means the amount of CO2 that you're pushing into the house.
Uh-huh.
And then here we have the daily timer. In other words, when we want the CO2 to go into the house. In other words, to start the Tectrol unit. So, well, for instance, here we're starting at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then your CO2 units are running until 9 o'clock, and then she's off. And then again, Bob, it comes on again at 6 o'clock, and then it goes off around 7:45 in the evening.
But that's an adjustable timer.
That's adjustable timer. Yes.
This is what you run it here.
Yes. And you could vary it if your days start getting short. Well, you would change these little things and then just move it according to the time that you want.
This is your master on and off switch.
Yes.
Your concentration timer.
Timer. And then
And your daily
timer. You notice I built this thing in all one central control. In other words, I could build one big panel for the whole place here.
You have one generator operating now.
Yes.
Another one you're getting ready.
Getting ready, and then
The rest will go in here.
down the bottom. And it simplifies matter, Bob. You carry a lot smaller wire to your unit. You don't have to carry a heavier, bigger wire, and you're saving yourself a lot of money. I mean, from a grower standpoint, this is the cheapest.
Well, I think this is very clever.
Bob, let's go over and take a look at the Tectrol house.
Fine, thank you.
Yeah. Gotta watch yourself a little bit here. There's a lot of steam pipe and stuff around. Here you are, Bob. This is the Tectrol house.
This is the high carbon dioxide house.
Yes. In other words, the control atmosphere house.
Phil, what do we look for in high CO2?
You get a lot broader leaves here, Bob. You notice your leaves are a lot broader than under normal CO2 condition. I mean, that's what I mean by normal CO2 condition is outside atmosphere. And you get a lot more purpling of the leaves, which that means, in a grower's term, that our carnation is well-fed, is a well-fed crop.
In other words, it's this purpling or
Bluing of
the leaf.
Yes,
That
yes.
is a thing that we're looking for.
That's right.
How about the
our breaks was breaking a lot lower than normal, and we're getting an earlier break. And I believe that this will increase our production in a given time.
Good. How does high CO2 affect leaf curl?
We get an earlier curling of our leaves under CO2 now than we did before in normal houses.
This is something that we could look forward to.
Yes. In my particular place here, well, we're not shooting for any of the big markets. We're trying to carry out a steady production throughout the year because we're under air conditioning in this particular range, 100% air conditioning. We got all these exhaust fans here, and we got the pads on the other end where we could regulate our temperature. We could bring in fairly good quality carnation throughout the years, even in the middle of the hot summer. And so that we wanted to keep a steady market where we could supply our wholesalers, my jobbers, a steady supply every
year round. Every week you cut so many flowers.
So many. Now, there is days that we have a low period, but very seldom we do here. Only under very dark, adverse weather where we have real cloudy days, then we have that. But with CO2 coming into the picture, I'm hoping to eliminate those cloudy days with the application of CO2 under higher temperature, during the application only, that we might hold that steady production, Bob. Now, this is my goal someday.
How do you apply high CO2?
Around December and January, where you don't even see daylight. In other words, there's no light into these houses, but CO2 apply in this house. We are actually storing it in these houses here.
I see.
In other words, when we apply it in here, we're storing it. And when the sunlight do hit these houses, there is CO2 available to the plant immediately. The minute that light spectrum is hitting the plant.
I see. Now, how high of a temperature do we run?
Bob, under CO2 application, we carry our temperature between 5 and 10 degrees higher during our application of CO2. And we're getting a wider separation of the inner nose here, Bob. This is all normal through the house. I mean, you could see, looking up the house like that is normal. But this is a good example right here. You notice we got about 3.5 to 4 inch distance between your two inner nodes. This was it concerns me very much at the very beginning of the application of CO2 in this house here. I says, Jesus, this would weaken my stems, and the quality of the stem won't be so good. But as we go on now, I found out that under CO2 application, with CO2 in our atmosphere, we're getting more woodier in our stem, and it's going to support this flower that we're going to have. So
to give you the strength,
yes,
and the quality.
There is more fiber.
More fiber.
More fiber in your stem and less water in your plant.
And so you have the strength, and the stem will hold up.
Yes. You got to understand that in the past, when we grow carnation during the winter, we want to cut our watering down so that we don't get this big separation, and also temperature, so that we don't get this weakness in our carnation stem. But with CO2, this does not affect the hardness of the stem or the strongness of the stem. I mean, it's still hard, Bob. Good, yes. Bob, I'd like to show you this new plastic house we have just finished building here.
What size house is this, Bill?
30,000 square feet, Bob.
30,000.
Yes.
Is this a typical installation?
Yeah, this is a typical California or Bay Area plastic house. And this polyethylene house. Now, when you say plastic, there's many types of plastic, but this is a plastic, polyethylene house.
Oh, I see. And here's your duct and fan for the Tectrol generator.
Yes. And here's the fan up here, and here's the duct, and this is how we apply our...
How many generators will be on this house?
There's going to be 2 in this house here because 1 is not enough for this house, so we're going to put 2 in here.
I see.
And then we're gonna set our concentration, whatever concentration we need.
In other words, the concentration can be set at the controls.
Yes.
And then you can go out and do your regular work.
Oh, yes. I mean, this is all fully automatic controlled. Now, we noticed, Bob, that with these fans going at night, we're saving some fuel because we're recirculating all that warm air that has been up there back down into the growing medium, the atmosphere around here. So we're actually going to save quite a bit.
This air motion actually does help you in saving fuel.
Yes, saving
Fine.
fuel, yes.
Now, what are your plans of expansion here? What will you have in the CO2 coverage?
Well, at the present time, all my carnation are in with CO2, will be in CO2 by the 1st of January. But by 1965, 100% of my production will be under CO2.
100% of production will be under high CO2.
Control atmosphere, let's put it that way, Bob.
Excellent,
yes.
Excellent.
Bright sunshine, cool weather, and the knowledge of a good grower all combine to produce the kind of flowers that Ah Sam's customers have learned to expect. To improve on and maintain this high quality in the future, CO2 will play an important role.